It's saying invalid.
Yeah, it's telling me invalid. It's not going to accept it.
That's the account number I was using as a company driver.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong.
Well, I also have a Bank of America account. Did you want to see if that one worked? Okay, so I'm home right now. I'm on home time, and I'm super pissed. I haven't been this pissed in a minute. And I'm pissed off at the payroll department at USA. Like, I'm shaking. I'm so pissed because at this point, I feel like they're playing games. So, it's been 3 weeks since I've been IC. And for 3 weeks, I ain't been paid. You heard that right. Okay. So, where to begin? So, when, first of all, I've had the same bank account since 2007. Same bank account, same routing, same account number. When I worked for USA in 2020, I used that bank account, the same routing number and account number. Okay. So fast forward to current time, I'm a company driver for USA. I use the same routing and account number. I'm getting my paychecks as a company driver with USA with the same account that I had since 2007. So now I'm an IC. I use the same routing and account number. But I get a phone call from someone they do their payroll on a Tuesday. I get a phone call from someone late Tuesday afternoon telling me, I'm going to send you a paper check. I'm like, for what? And she said, well, your bank account information is not going through. And I was like, I use the same bank account. It's the same bank account information when I was company driver. She said, well, it's different. Once you switch over, you got to change that. So I was like, how come no one told me? She didn't even answer that question. She was just like, I'm going to send you something so you can put in your bank account information again. And your first check is going to be a paper check. She even asked me if I wanted a paper check. For all she know, I could have wanted it on a Come Data card, which is an option. But she didn't ask me. She just told me I'm getting a paper check. I don't care. I don't fight it or anything. I just say okay because I know the following week I'm going to go home. And I'm going to get the check in the mail. No big deal. So don't get a paycheck that first week. Second week comes around. I don't even get a check the second week. Now that I'm thinking, 3 weeks. I haven't get the check the second week. Okay, so I'm home. Still don't. I check the mail. No paper check. So I call. Their payroll department the payroll department is set up to where you can't talk to nobody. You have to leave a voicemail and someone will get back to you whenever they have time to get back to you. So I leave a voicemail and I send an email. I CC human resources. So I put payroll and human resources on there so they can both see my email. So on the email I say I haven't got my paper check. I don't have my pay stubs because I got to renew my lease. And they raised my rent, so I have to have pay stubs. Okay, so I tell them I have no pay stubs, I have no paper check, and there was something else in there. There was a third thing that was an issue. I can't remember right now. Tell me why. It was a paragraph that I sent. Tell me why the person who responded said we don't send pay stubs and email. That's all you put in a response email. I also put that I haven't been paid. And all you put was we don't send pay stubs through email. First of all, you do, because it's against the law not to give someone their pay stubs, whether through email or whatever. Whatever form of communication that's available, you have to give someone their pay stubs. So that was the first lie. So I sent a response back. I was like, ADP does not have my pay stubs on there. She was like, are you using it? And also I put, I haven't received my paycheck. And instead of responding to that, she just responds, well, are you using your phone? I was like, it doesn't matter if I'm using my phone or not. I told her I use the direct website to ADP. I use the Geo tab. I use the tablet, which is in the truck. I use my cell phone. And then I sent her screenshots. Excuse me, I'm frustrated. That's why I'm stumbling my words. So I sent her screenshots of ADP showing no pay stubs. The last pay stub that I had was from July. It's end of August right now. End of August. She doesn't reply. No reply. And then I end up getting a phone call from someone from payroll in USA who responded to my voicemail. She was like, for some reason, it's not taking your bank account information. I was like, I had the same bank account since 2007. That's the same bank account I used when I was a company driver in 2020. Same bank account that I got my paychecks as a company driver in 2023. And she was like, yeah, I know. I see that. I don't know why it's not taking it. I was like, forget it. I got multiple bank accounts. I got a Bank of America bank account. See if y'all can take that Bank of America bank account. I give her the information. It takes it. I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, I'm going to do it now. That way you don't get another paper check. I was like, baby, I ain't got the first check. She was like, what? Someone from Arkansas was supposed to send it in the mail. Why is payroll throughout the country? Like, shouldn't y'all be working from one building? She said she was in Atlanta, but their payroll department is in Atlanta, but another department is in Arkansas that sends checks. So shouldn't y'all be in the same building? Like, why are y'all all over the freaking country? She was like, check the mail today. And then she hangs up on me. I was going to tell her, I already checked the mail today. It hasn't came. The mail comes at 10 a.m. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's no more mail today. But because she hung up, I couldn't say that. So I was like, let me just calm down. Now, I haven't been paid in 3 weeks. So I'm using credit cards now. Isn't that the whole point of working so you don't have to use credit cards? So fast forward today. Still at home, still doing my home time. And I get the check in the mail. I got it right here. I go to the bank and I use the ATM to deposit the money in there because I don't feel like going inside. The ATM says the check is unreadable. It's like, okay, so I gotta go inside. So I go inside and the lady was like, this check isn't in the system. This isn't a check. I was like, what are you talking about? She basically explained it to me that the numbers that are on the check are showing that there is no check. Like, there's no funds, there's no check, it's just a piece of paper. So they basically didn't put the check information in their system to show that it's a check and to show that it has money to it. It's just a piece of paper. And then she said the check wasn't printed out right. That the numbers at the bottom with the route number and all that, it's supposed to be at the bottom of the check. It's in the middle of the check. How do you send someone a check and don't print it out right? So I called payroll. Of course, they don't answer. You gotta leave a voicemail, so I leave a voicemail. And I email, again, human resources and payroll. And I left a lengthy message like, I'm frustrated. Y'all sending me checks. I didn't even want to check. Where's my money? When you gonna pay me? I'm this close to quitting. Because y'all got me using credit cards to pay bills. It's been 3 weeks. I gotta pay my rent next week. If I don't get paid all my money, I'm getting my stuff out the truck and leaving. Because this is ridiculous. I did my part. I got the loads. Drove them to the place on time. Picked them up from the place on time. I did my part. All y'all gotta do is pay me. I'm doing all the hard stuff. Pissed to my core. I'm so tempted to drop names because I have the names of the people who I was talking to and I'm this close to call them out. It's one particular female in payroll who is so unprofessional, like the one who is emailing me back but not giving me answers and not responding because she hasn't responded to my last email since the other day. I was like, where's my money? I need my pay. And I still don't have my pay stubs. Still haven't sent me my pay stubs. Luckily, I went to the apartment complex and the lady knows me. I've been living here for like 5 years. She was like, oh, you don't need it. You're fine. Luckily, because I would be stressed the fuck out if it was some new person up there who didn't know me. This is crazy. 3 weeks. No money. Using credit cards. And I'm not even going to blame USA as a whole. I'm blaming the payroll department because that one little heifer, if she responds to that email, if she's the one who responds to that email, she gives me lip, I'm going to drop her name on this video because she needs to be fired. That's enough for the rant. I'm going to see if I'm going to wait for them to respond. They go home in 2 hours. I don't care if they go home in 2 hours. They better respond to my email or I'm quitting. I'd rather be broke on the side of the road to dealing with this BS. It's crazy.